There is a deeply meaningful reason why this message has reached you right now, at this exact stage of your life. It is not just chance or a random moment without purpose. It feels like something within you has quietly been calling out, and life itself is responding to that silent inner signal. Lately, you may have noticed a soft pressure in your chest, or a strange warmth that comes and goes without explanation. At times, you might feel slightly unsettled, like you are standing on the edge of something important but cannot yet see what it is. There may also be a sense of waiting, as if something significant is close, even though you cannot clearly name it. What you are experiencing is not confusion or imagination. It is your inner awareness becoming more sensitive. A part of you already recognizes that something meaningful is shifting in your direction, even if your conscious mind has not fully caught up yet. This quiet emotional pull, this sense of anticipation, is not random. It reflects an inner readiness that is beginning to align with what is coming toward you. You may find your emotions changing without warning, or feel a kind of longing that is hard to define. There can even be moments where it feels like someone important is about to enter your life, even though nothing in your current reality has changed. That feeling is not a mistake. It is your deeper self responding to a future that is slowly moving closer. At the same time, a larger process is unfolding beyond your immediate awareness. Subtle energies in your life are beginning to align in ways that are preparing the ground for a new kind of connection. This is not just wishful thinking or emotional escape. It represents a shift that carries the potential to reshape your emotional world in a lasting way. There is someone somewhere in this unfolding path who is being shaped with great care through their own experiences and lessons. They are not being rushed or forced into this transformation. Instead, life is guiding them through situations that are slowly teaching them emotional maturity, awareness, and respect for deeper love. When this person eventually enters your life, they will not come with chaos or confusion. Their presence will feel more steady than overwhelming, more sincere than dramatic. Their love will not depend on words that fade quickly, but on actions that remain consistent over time. This is important for you to understand, especially if your past has taught you to expect inconsistency or emotional distance. Old experiences may have conditioned you to doubt stability in love or to question whether something truly safe can exist. But what is developing now is not a repetition of those patterns. It is something fundamentally different. This connection will not be based on control, fear, or emotional dependence. It will not begin intensely only to collapse under pressure. Instead, it carries the potential for something much more grounded. A bond where both people feel safe enough to be real, without pretending or hiding parts of themselves. This person will begin to see you as a place of emotional safety, where honesty feels natural rather than risky. They will feel able to share their thoughts, their fears, and their hopes without the need to protect an image. That level of openness does not come easily, and it does not appear by accident. It is something that develops through trust, respect, and emotional steadiness. And as this unfolds, your own doubts may sometimes rise to the surface. You might question whether something this meaningful can truly belong to you. You might wonder if a connection like this is real or if it is simply an idea born from hope. Those thoughts are understandable, especially if life has not always been gentle with your heart. But beneath those doubts, something deeper is still moving forward. Every experience you have gone through, especially the difficult and lonely ones, has contributed to shaping your emotional strength. Nothing was wasted. Each moment has been part of preparing you to recognize a love that is stable, respectful, and real. This is not an ordinary encounter waiting for you. It is a kind of connection that changes how you understand relationships entirely. One that is built on emotional balance rather than emotional confusion. One that grows through understanding rather than control. One that feels safe without feeling dull and meaningful without feeling unstable. Even now, small signs may seem to appear in your daily life. Subtle feelings, unexpected thoughts, or quiet moments that feel slightly different from usual. They are not coincidences in the way you might dismiss them. They are gentle indications that something is forming beneath the surface of your current reality. At the same time, the other side of this story is also unfolding. The person who is meant to meet you is going through their own process of inner change. They are being shaped through experiences that are slowly removing emotional barriers and teaching them how to love in a healthier way. This is part of why things have taken time. It is not delay without reason. It is preparation on both sides. As they move through their own growth, they are becoming someone who can meet you with emotional stability instead of confusion, with presence instead of unpredictability. They are not being formed to complete you, but to meet you with clarity. And in the same way, you are also being shaped into someone who can receive a love that is steady enough to last. When this person finally steps into your life, there will be a quiet recognition. Not something loud or dramatic, but a deep sense of familiarity that does not need explanation. And in that moment, many of the questions you once carried will begin to lose their weight. They will recognize your resilience, your kindness, your wisdom, and the quiet strength you carry even when life feels heavy. At the same time, there is a real chance they are going through their own challenging chapter right now. They may be closing the door on an old relationship, letting go of repeating patterns, or choosing solitude to reflect and heal. This time alone is not a form of punishment. It is a process of inner cleansing. It is reshaping how they understand love, shifting it from something shallow or temporary into something deeper, more stable, and more real. Their outlook is changing. Their priorities are realigning. Their heart is slowly becoming more open than it has been in a long time. There may already be a quiet sense of emptiness in their daily life, something that achievements, distractions, or old connections can no longer fill. It is as if a space is being cleared within them, making room for something they do not fully understand yet, but are slowly becoming ready for. The emotional barriers they once relied on are beginning to weaken. Defenses that used to protect them are softening. Fears that once controlled their choices are losing their influence. Without even realizing it, they are being guided toward a more emotionally available version of themselves. And understanding this can completely shift how you see your own waiting period. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not paused while life moves ahead for everyone else. What is forming between you requires timing, and timing requires preparation on both sides. If this connection had arrived earlier, there is a chance it would not have had the stability it needs to last. They may not have been ready to offer the consistency, respect, and emotional presence you deserve. And at the same time, you are also evolving, learning your worth, strengthening your boundaries, and understanding what you will no longer accept. They are learning how to love with more maturity, honesty, and emotional steadiness. You are learning how to receive love without losing yourself in it. Both journeys are unfolding in parallel, even if neither of you can fully see the other yet. Nothing in this process has been wasted. Every experience, every setback, every quiet night of reflection has contributed to shaping who you are becoming. Together, all of it is building a foundation strong enough to support a relationship that is based on mutual respect and real understanding. What is forming here does not fit into the usual patterns people are used to. It is not about surface attraction or temporary excitement. It is about recognition. Two people shaped by life in such a way that when they finally meet, something simply clicks into place. When this person enters your life, it will not feel like possession or emotional uncertainty. It will feel like choice. Two whole individuals choosing each other freely, not out of fear, but out of clarity. Rather than shrinking your world, this connection will expand it. It will bring more depth, more meaning, and a stronger sense of emotional grounding. You will not feel like you have to earn their attention or fight to be seen. Their care will be shown through consistency, not just words. Through small actions repeated over time, they will show up. They will remember. They will listen with real attention, not just to respond, but to understand. Your thoughts, your emotions, your inner world will matter to them in a genuine way. Being with you will not feel like a burden or an obligation. It will feel natural to them, like something they value deeply without needing to question it. You will not have to compete for space in their life. You will not need to repeat yourself just to be understood. Your presence alone will carry weight, and your feelings will not be dismissed or overlooked. Over time, you may even notice how naturally they pick up on your emotions. The small shifts in your mood, the unspoken feelings, the quiet moments where words are not needed, and instead of ignoring them, they will respond with patience and care. They will create a space where honesty feels safe and vulnerability does not feel risky, a space where you do not have to hide parts of yourself just to be accepted. And slowly, you will begin to understand something important. Real love is not proven through intensity or dramatic moments. It is revealed through consistency, respect, and emotional reliability. What is being prepared for you is not meant to bring chaos or confusion into your life. It is meant to bring balance. It is not here to question your worth, but to reflect it back to you clearly. As this unfolds, the most important thing is to keep growing in your own direction. Keep healing. Keep strengthening your sense of self. Keep trusting the path that has brought you here. Even now, things are aligning in ways you cannot fully see yet. The lessons are connecting. The timing is quietly adjusting. And somewhere, on the other side of this unfolding process, another person is also being shaped by their own experiences, moving toward the same moment without even realizing how close it is becoming. When it finally happens, it will not feel forced or rushed. It will feel natural. It will feel calm. It will feel like two paths that were always meant to cross, slowly finding their way to the same point at exactly the right time. And this is not meant to convince you that love is arriving from somewhere outside of you, but to gently remind you that the kind of love you are seeking is often drawn toward those who have first learned to value themselves. What is unfolding is still in motion. The timing is still aligning, and the connection that is being prepared continues to move closer with each step both of you take toward becoming who you are meant to be. The small details about you will not go unnoticed. They will be remembered, valued, and held with care. The things others may have dismissed or failed to understand will become the very things that help this person recognize how to bring genuine joy into your life. Getting to know you on a deeper level will not feel like effort to them, but like a meaningful discovery they are genuinely drawn to. The tiring cycle of seeking attention, questioning your place, or wondering where you stand will begin to fade away. You will no longer feel like you have to compete for space in someone's life or struggle for their time. Instead, there will be a natural willingness on their part to make room for you, to include you, and to welcome you without hesitation. For them, loving you will not feel like pressure or obligation. It will feel like something meaningful, something they are grateful for. You will not have to repeatedly prove your worth or try to convince them to see your value. You will simply be chosen, fully and sincerely, without conditions that make you feel smaller than you are. Their love will show itself through consistent actions, not just words. It will be reflected in the choices they make and the way they build their future. They will think in terms of we, shaping plans and decisions with both of your lives in mind, creating a shared direction rather than a separate path. They will naturally feel responsible for protecting your emotional well-being, not in a controlling way, but in a caring and respectful way. Your peace will matter to them, and they will treat your heart with a seriousness that comes from genuine regard, not possession. One of the clearest signs of this connection will be the way they speak about you and stand up for you, even when you are not present. There will be admiration in the way they mention your name and a quiet pride in being connected to you. You will not feel hidden or minimized in their world, but included in their vision of the future. They will think about tomorrow with you already in it. Their plans, their hopes, and even their ordinary daily thoughts will naturally include your presence, because the life they imagine will not feel complete without that shared direction. What makes this connection different is the balance it holds. There will be protection without control, closeness without restriction, and care without limitation. You will not feel trapped or confined. Instead, you will feel emotionally free while still being deeply supported. This relationship will not ask you to shrink yourself or hide the parts of you that make you who you are. Your individuality will not be something they tolerate, but something they genuinely respect. The qualities that others may have misunderstood will become the very things they admire most. Your need for space, your independence, and your personal passions will not threaten them. Instead, they will understand that these parts of you are essential, and they will encourage them rather than suppress them. You will not feel like you have to become less in order to be loved. If you have ever felt the need to silence yourself, dim your light, or reduce your presence just to maintain someone's affection, this will feel entirely different. In this connection, your growth will not be seen as a risk, but as something worth celebrating. They will take genuine joy in your success rather than feeling insecure about it. Your achievements will not create distance between you, but will strengthen the bond you share. Your happiness will matter to them because they understand that your fulfillment also enriches the relationship. They will stand beside you during both light and difficult seasons. When challenges arise, they will not withdraw or become critical. Instead, they will respond with patience, understanding, and steady emotional support. They will give you space to grow without rushing or pressuring you to heal faster than you are able. True connection reveals itself most clearly during difficult moments, and this person will show their consistency when things are not easy. Their presence will not depend on convenience, but on commitment and care. Together, this relationship will encourage mutual growth. You will not lose yourself within it, nor will they. Instead, you will both become more aware, more grounded, and more aligned with your own potential through the presence of each other. Being together will naturally inspire growth without force or pressure. It will feel organic, like two lives gently shaping and supporting one another over time. The bond you share will go far beyond surface attraction. While the chemistry will be undeniable, it will be balanced with trust, emotional depth, and genuine understanding that continues to deepen rather than fade. The connection being formed brings together something rare, both excitement and calm at the same time. Silence between you will not feel uncomfortable or empty. It will feel meaningful, like a form of understanding that doesn't need words. In moments of vulnerability, there will be gentleness instead of judgment, and a steady sense of emotional safety that allows you to simply be yourself without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. This balance of respect, emotional freedom, and inner security becomes the foundation of the bond that is gradually moving into your life. It is not rooted in loneliness, anxiety, or emotional neediness. Instead, it carries a kind of grounded love that naturally honors who you already are without trying to change or fix you. What makes this even more profound is the subtle feeling that, even without having met, there is already something connecting your paths. It may feel like an invisible thread linking two journeys that are still unfolding separately but slowly moving toward the same point. At times, emotions or thoughts may arise without clear reason, moments of calm, longing, or sudden certainty that don't seem to match anything happening in your external reality. These experiences can feel like a quiet form of inner communication, as if something deeper than logic is gently aligning both lives. It creates a sense of mystery that is difficult to explain with ordinary language, yet feels meaningful to the one experiencing it. It can seem as though emotional signals move through this unseen connection, making both inner worlds feel faintly aware of each other's presence. This is why, during certain periods, your emotions may feel stronger or more noticeable than usual. There may be moments of unexpected anticipation, peace, or even restlessness that appear without a clear cause. Instead of random emotional shifts, it can feel like something within you is responding to changes happening somewhere beyond your immediate awareness. One of the most noticeable signs of this experience is a quiet sense of longing for something you cannot yet fully define. It can feel like missing someone you have never physically met, as though a part of you already recognizes a presence your conscious mind has not yet encountered. This creates a strange blend of familiarity and mystery that is hard to describe in simple terms. At times, this feeling may resemble a sense of home, even when nothing in your external environment has changed. It is not sadness, but anticipation, a soft awareness that something meaningful is forming in your direction, even if it has not yet arrived in visible form. Through this subtle inner awareness, emotions may occasionally surface that seem unconnected to your present moment. A sudden warmth, a wave of calm, or a brief sense of joy can appear without explanation. It may feel as though another emotional current is gently touching yours, creating brief moments of shared feeling across distance and time. Similarly, when restlessness appears, it can feel symbolic rather than random, as if reflecting growth or transformation occurring in another part of this unfolding connection. In this way, both journeys can feel quietly linked, each one influencing the other in ways that are felt more than understood. Many people describe this phase through dreams. In sleep, when the mind is less active and conscious barriers soften, deeper emotional impressions can surface. You may experience dreams where someone feels deeply familiar, safe, or comforting, even if their identity is unclear. The emotional imprint often remains after waking, leaving behind a sense of reassurance or quiet warmth. Even when the details fade, the feeling can stay with you like a reminder that something meaningful is still in motion beneath the surface of everyday life. It creates a sense of continuity, as though your inner world has briefly touched something larger than what you can currently see. Alongside this, some people notice subtle physical sensations during times of emotional anticipation. A gentle warmth in the chest, sudden tingles, or heightened awareness can appear without external cause. These moments often stand out precisely because they are unexpected and unprovoked. At times, even familiar or comforting scents may seem to appear suddenly, bringing with them an emotional association or memory-like comfort. These experiences feel deeply personal, as if the body is responding to something the mind has not yet fully recognized. There can also be moments when patterns begin to stand out more clearly in everyday life. Repeating numbers or sequences may seem to appear frequently and in meaningful timing, catching attention in ways that feel more significant than coincidence. Whether seen on clocks, receipts, or random places, they often act as gentle reminders to stay present and trust the unfolding path. Rather than being viewed as literal signs, they can be understood as moments that draw attention inward, encouraging patience, awareness, and openness to what is developing over time. They serve as subtle reminders that not everything meaningful arrives instantly or visibly, but often unfolds gradually in the background. Step by step, life continues to align experiences, lessons, and emotional growth in ways that are not always immediately clear. Yet beneath all of it, there is a steady movement forward. And with each passing moment, the sense of this connection draws quietly closer to becoming something real, tangible, and fully present in your life. In the end, this entire journey is not about rushing towards something unknown or clinging to certainty before its time. It is about understanding that both inner growth and emotional readiness unfold in their own rhythm, often in ways you cannot immediately see or control. What you have been feeling, whether it shows up as anticipation, reflection, or quiet emotional shifts, is part of a deeper process of becoming. It is shaping not only what you are moving toward, but also who you are becoming along the way. Nothing has been random, and nothing has been without purpose, even if it was not clear in the moment. The connection described here is not meant to replace your present life or distract you from it. Instead, it reflects the idea that meaningful relationships are built on timing, emotional maturity, and mutual readiness. When two people are aligned in who they are and what they are able to give, the connection feels less like pursuit and more like recognition. So rather than focusing on when or how it will arrive, the real meaning lies in continuing to grow into your most grounded, self-aware, and emotionally open version of yourself. Because the truth is, the strongest connections are not forced into existence. They emerge naturally when both lives are ready to meet without fear, confusion, or resistance. And when that moment comes, it will not feel like something new being added to your life. It will feel like something falling into place, as if it was always quietly moving toward you and you were always quietly becoming ready for it.